Hello and welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I'll bring you another stock that actually is very interesting. The stock was hovering about $9 or so not long ago, and the stock hit a peak today at $20.65, and now it's hovering about $14.90 or so. And we're going to talk about who owns majority of the stock, where do I see a value here, and I'm going to go through the full technicals like moving averages, RSI, MACD, support and resistance, and see what strategy, where does it fit in, is there an opportunity for anybody to be able to get in and make money. So let's get into it. Before I get into the full technicals, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. The objective of the channel is to find information for stocks that picking a pace and then maybe able to invest in them and make money. Essentially, we want to make our wealth and be able to progress. So the stock we're talking about is called Tau Limited, Alpha Tau Limited, DRTs, and what they do is they provide solution to treatment for the tumor in the stages where it's very hard to treat. So that's what they're aiming about. That's what they're providing solution for, right? So the company, it's a fairly large company. It's about around $1.2 billion company. On an average, not a lot of shares are traded for this. It's about 425,000, but today they had 10 million shares were traded for this company. I had a very good day today, and this company is up 26% for the day. And let's see who owns the stock, right? So the majority of the shares are basically owned by institutional banks, and these are the big companies, all the big investment companies like Bank of New York, Mellon, State Street, Vanguard, all these big dogs, right? They own 94% of the stock. There are 10 of them that increased their position by 3 million. And only 8 of them sold out of 876,000, and that 876,000 very well be just a profit, taking the profit and just re-entering the trade. Okay, so they own 94%, so this is a big number. Okay, so they can actually fluctuate the price, and if they want to short it, they can short it, whatever they want to do with it. They can actually maneuver the whole price. Let's see what the analysts are rate this at. The stock, they rating it as strong buy. These are the analysts from the institutionals, and they rated as strong buy. The average price the analyst provided was $18, so they rate them as a strong buy. So let's see, looking at our technicals, where we see the value here. So right now, support is at around $9.59, and there's a resistance that was established on March 8 around $14.95, and this is hovering around the same resistance that was established. If it comes down to, let's say, $11, for example, or even down to $10, I'm thinking about capturing this. I don't know if I'm going to buy it right away tomorrow, but I'm going to start looking into it. The other indicators that we're talking about is the RSI. I'm using EMA. This is the exponential moving average, and EMA is giving me a signal that the stock is in an upward trend at this point. Okay, it broke out from the 48 trend line. It crosses that 48 period trend line, and 200 period right now is at $10. So it's a very short term, quick upward trend, and I'm gonna see what happens. Just moving averages to keep going up. MACD is also telling me that the stock is moving up. However, the RSI, generally anything above 70, it means the stock, it has a pressure to be overbought. A lot of people are buying at that point, and right now it came down to like 66. So this is the only indicator that is stopping me to blindly jumping in tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is tomorrow, I'm going to see how the stock behaves. And if it starts coming down, and I'll wait for it to come down to the resistance that I have here, the support I have here, $9.59, and then see if it goes back up again. And if it fluctuates between this resistance and this $9.59 support and $14 resistance, then I'm gonna rinse and repeat. Like buy it, sell it when it comes down, buy it again when it goes up, because the stock is fluctuating between that support and resistance. So for example, as we discussed earlier, March 8th, the stock hit that $14.95 peak, came down again to $8, and then fluctuated back, and now came down to $20. So it seems like it is every few weeks or so is fluctuating, right? So that's why I'm saying, like, I'm gonna do a swing trade on it. I'm not gonna diamond hand it. Like, I'm not gonna purchase and wait for maybe 1 year or 2 years, try to see if it's gonna go to $100 or $200. But I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. Stock is a good stock. Is a $1.2 billion company. So what I'm gonna see tomorrow is basically to see where this RSI is going down. If it's going down below 30, you already know that a lot of people is going to sell those stocks. There are more purchases happened than they sold. So for example, I'm hovering over the green candle. It's at around 9.8 million, and the only 933,000 were sold. So you still have about 8 million stocks now being bought So that being said, there are a possibility that other folks that, bought it at the lower, the lower pricing might sell it tomorrow and try to bring it down again. But now, because people have bought it at a larger price, and again, most of the majority of the stocks is owned by institutional banks. I do feel strongly about this stock. So I'm going to watch this stock tomorrow. There are two indicators that are telling me the stock is going to go up. There's one indicator that is slightly down that I'm going to see what happens for it tomorrow, because that is around 66. I want it to be at least, above 70 at the point. But again, if it started coming down and the RSI and the MACD is coming down, then I might, wait till it go down to $9 or $10 mark, and then I'm going to get it, because I know for a fact that if it comes down, it's definitely going to go back to the resistance that we established from last few weeks, and that resistance is going to stay there, and I think it's going to fluctuate between that. Now, it's not going to happen every day. It's not. I don't see it being very volatile stock. It's like a steady swing is happening on it, but it's not crazy up and down. Like, this is like a steady up and down trend. So I'm going to watch this stock tomorrow. I'm definitely adding to my watch list, and I think you should add it to the watch list as well. And when it gets to the point where, it's $9 and $10, I think it looks attractive at that point to me. So just keep watching this stock, add it to your watch list, and I'll be making more videos. If I find the stock, moving in a space where I feel like this is a good point, I'll be probably making more videos on that. So stay tuned for next video. I'll be making on different stocks, so I'll talk to you guys in the next video.